Hi everyone, welcome to WYC channel. My name is Rifad. So this week's video, I think you guys kind of guessed, with all the turmoil and stuff like that, with the market going bonkers. I think for me, when there's kind of a sell-off or correction of this kind of thing, it creates opportunity. So you should bring out a shopping cart and go ahead and buy some shares and average down, or maybe add a new stock that it might you were able to buy because of this high price, but now it's coming to reasonable pricing, I would say. So it's kind of stuff that made me do that. So I took out my shopping cart, but I mainly bought a stock I was kind of in, and it's Livongo, so I kind of bought them because it kind of came down. So I was like, oh, it's opportunity to buy, and maybe afterwards I might add an extra position to some other stock, which I'll show also. I'm waiting maybe for it to drop to the price maybe I bought a bit higher, maybe add them. And there's a couple of stocks I'm watching. So overall, like, this market turmoil came, and I kind of spoke to you guys also initially with the whole, when I covered a bit when I sold Expedia and stuff like that. I was expecting this to happen in a way. Yes and no, I would say, but I think it's because all the flights were canceling, right? All the news and stuff is coming out, so Expedia took a hit right now. But I think overall what happened now is not only related to Expedia, but I think it's also related to the whole market, because when the virus came out back in January, the earnings season was coming out, right? So earnings seasons were coming out, companies were doing good, reporting good earnings. So people kind of just did not pay attention to the stuff that was going on, right? But I think, and people also did not know, even like I did not know, apart from the travel industry, we didn't know much about what's going to happen to the overall market, how it's going to impact them, how it's going to impact the business and stuff like that. So we didn't have much details in that. But travel, I was kind of overseeing it, yes, because, with all the cancellations, flight cancellations, trip cancellations, and all this kind of stuff that was going on, it was kind of just, it was easily predictable in terms of how it's going to impact the business the next quarter. Right now, there's so many question marks on the markets. It's very interesting to see, right? So let's jump into it quickly without going too much in details. Maybe I'll go later on in the video towards the end. Yeah, so you can see the market kind of recovered at the filming of this video. The losses a bit, but it kind of finished off in the red. The TSX, the S&P 500, the Dow, pretty much the same situation. So yeah, Livongo is one, like I told you. I added a position in them. I might now I'm starting to reach in a position. I'm kind of becoming a bit satisfied with the position I hold with them. So we'll see, I would say, if I add more or not. But I maybe one more position I would be, maybe pick up more shares, a bit more, more round. If it goes a bit down even further than the purchase I bought right now, I would say I would add a bit more in them. So that's kind of why I'm keeping a close eye. But I think with the earnings coming out and everything, people are really looking forward to that, and I think it's going to be good. I'm expecting for that. I might do a video on that once they release the earnings. The stock I was trying to look into is to average a bit more, get more shares, is what you call the Brookfield Infrastructure. I listened to the quarterly earnings call. Management kind of just said the same thing. They don't expect it to affect their business line, which I understand, and which is something I also think it will not, because they supply the basic stuff, which is roads, cell towers, data centers, electricity. So it's all kind of basic stuff that I think people need to kind of function. So those kind of stuff is going to keep on funding them, right? So these kind of keep on, the revenue is going to keep on coming, so they don't see it happening. So which is I'm not worried about, and I think it's something, if it comes down further, I would see it's a great opportunity to kind of purchase a bit more of them. Next, these are the stocks I was kind of monitoring them, I would say, and now with the pullback, they become really interesting. One of them is IBM, with the current evaluation of like PE, just a basic PE is 13 and forward PE of 9, like 10, we can say. It's ridiculous, because I think yes, they've been hit, and they're not doing good as in a business, I would say. But with that said, their future perspective, they're going to be still a player in the IT field, because it's big enough, and they're a big machine to kind of stay in business and function and provide. So I think they're not gone, they're not finished. I think they're going to be well there, I would say. Next, so that's them. I would say Intel is another one too. It's trailing P's we'll say round it up to 13, and this is 12. So that's also something I'm really interested in, adding a position in them, depending. So I mean, I will choose. I'm not. This is kind of. I'm just giving an overview of stocks I really find maybe an opportunity. Next is Microsoft. It's something I really want for. It's been a long time I wanted to add into them, and I just waiting for this market to kind of pull them down even further, because their trailing P is at 30 almost, and their forward P is 27, which is high considered what I think. So I think I'm just waiting for them to kind of pull back, maybe to finally add some Microsoft shares would be awesome. Next is, and final I would say, is Facebook. Facebook, like I said, trailing P of 30 and forward P is 18, which is crazy low for a company like them that's just generating a lot of cash. And right now at this evaluation and this market pullback even more, I think it could be a crazy good opportunity for people to kind of add shares into them. So it kind of sums about it, the stocks I think it is to do. Overall, I think the market has a lot of question marks right now. So I would just stay you guys to be cautiously buying stocks. If you do buy stocks, maybe wait for the opportunity. If there's a reasonable pullback and like it pulls back, yeah, buy it. Or you prefer staying in stocks that you already own, averaging down, because like we say, the devil you know is better than the devil you do not know. So you do that kind of way. That's kind of to protect yourself, because I think the next quarterly earnings are going to be a better insight as how the virus impact, how the business are doing. So there's a lot of question marks, and shouldn't buy on the hope that everything's going to be okay. That's something that I think we were doing back in January, and now we see the impact of how it is. So I would say cautiously, even me, I'm not on my end just deploying crazy amount of sum. I am cautiously putting in stocks I know, and maybe adding into stocks I do know at a crazy good discount or stuff like that. That's kind of my 2 cents, I would say, for you guys. So that sums about it for this video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know any stocks you guys are buying. What did you put on your shopping cart? Would love to know. And about, or anyways, any feedback, stuff like that, would love to hear from you guys. So if you love the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. All the new viewers out there would greatly help me. So thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a wonderful day. Whoosh.